Ah, the sun is finally coming out. You know, today we were going to talk about cantaloupe because, well, in this global economy, it seems like no matter where you're getting cantaloupes from, actually, I think they're all coming from Honduras. Um, just beware because of salmonella. And I was going to wear a cantaloupe top, but I couldn't find any. But imagine these are two melons. So what do you have to do with them? Well, you probably don't want to eat them, but you could be juggling with them. Anyway, don't eat your cantaloupe if they're up from Honduras, but beware. Don't throw out the good cantaloupes with the bad cantaloupes. This is Not a Spring Chick with Oldecam for OFN with comments on the headlines of today. We have been asked, what I get paid for 8 minutes a day?
I get paid nothing, folks. You think I'd be dressed like this if I was getting any money for doing it? I simply do it because it occupies my time, and when you're old you have lots of
time. Democratic Party leaders order Hillary to drop out.
She's not about to do it because the more they order her, the more angry it makes her.
Ex-New York Governor Spitzer dodged DA probe by resigning.
Yeah, I mean, if they were going to probe, they were going to do it no matter what.
2 teens arrested in Virginia highway gunfire.
Yeah, that's what happens when children have more time than they can utilize.
Can a liberal be a unifier?
Not likely, especially one that simply tells people he's going to raise your taxes and call you racist if you don't vote for him.
Madonna wants the media to leave Britney Spears alone.
Which means they're going to pay more attention to her than ever.
Hey, you know, I just happen to be wearing a Madonna shirt anyway today, huh?
Like a virgin.
Raul Castro, Cubans can have cell phones.
Yeah, because it makes it easier to monitor what they're saying that way.
Clinton in the race for the long run.
Because she hasn't anything to lose.
Tennessee Zoo breeds endangered frogs.
Oh, artificially inseminating frogs now.
D.C. Cherry Blossom Festival starts.
And it's right exactly at the same time it is every year. So much for Al Gore and global warming.
Angry North Korea tests short-range missiles.
Basically, they're not getting all the money that they want.
Shooting of gay student sparks outcry.
I mean, it's just ridiculous. I mean, if you don't like somebody, don't like them, but don't kill them because you don't like them.
Ah, other people should heed that too. States reviewing Verizon Fairpoint deal.
Meaning that they're not, because of the problems with the economy, they're not going to make as much money as they were originally going to make, so now they want to kill the deal.
Malware cited in supermarket data breach.
Yeah, just didn't have enough protection on their computers, and malware got into it and set out everybody's info.
Oh, which supermarkets?
Eastern.
Okay. Democrats defend Obama with you're racist unless you support him.
I know, I mean, that's so much for a uniter.
FBI, Coombs, Shakur, documents appear fake.
I mean, you would think that the Times would be bright enough to check their facts before they do it, but then when they're after a story, they don't really care.
Ex-Quincy M.E. star Klugman sues NBC.
It seems that Quincy is not only didn't make any money, it's lost $65 million. It's creative bookkeeping by the studios.
Wait a minute, how many seasons were those shows on?
7.
That's amazing. Northwest to charge for second checked bag.
They're trying to flip passengers no matter how they can do it.
Court blocks Yosemite repair plan.
Environmentalists are going to shut Yosemite down to everybody but themselves.
That's horrible. Marksmen in India fed up with shooting blanks.
Yeah, they're training for the Olympic team without any bullets in their guns.
U.S. military intelligence analysis says forces control less than quarter of Basra.
Well, yeah, because they're doing it hand by hand, house by house. It takes a while.
Selective moral outrage by the press.
I know. You got the people on the left that are morally outraged about Obama and the attacks on his character, and you got the people on the right, especially Fox, that are morally outraged about anything. And if the sun is shining, they're morally outraged.
Involuntary manslaughter charges were dropped Friday against a 27-year-old Marine.
But they said they didn't make any deal.
Governor Elliot Spitzer was actively involved in an effort to discredit the state's top Republican politician, Joseph L. Bruno.
Well, let's just be an opposing politician. We do it all the time.
How Italy's white gold turned sour.
Yeah, you don't want to have buffalo mozzarella from Italy. It's
I
got
know.
dioxin.
I know, and I love buffalo mozzarella. Apple has released a second version of its iPhone SDK.
Well, because the first one didn't sell as well as they hoped, so they figured that if you can't sell one, create another one that no one's going to buy.
AT&T to debut mobile TV in May.
Yeah, and nobody else can make mobile TV work, but they're going to give it a try. We've actually seen it, but the screen is just not like that.
I know, but sometimes if that's the only screen you have.
I know, but they look like ants.
I know. 26 major cities around the world are expected to turn off the lights.
Yeah, they're going to do this to make their contribution to saving the planet.
20 hurt when school bus flips in Alabama.
You know, another week, another school bus accident.
Bear Stearns employees were regularly given stock and owned about a third of the company.
It means the employees got screwed worse than anybody else. They have nothing left. I mean, a person that thought he was going to retire with $1 million in retirement benefits maybe has $10,000, $20,000 now for a lifetime of work.
Diesel fuel costs rising faster than gas.
Which is sort of hard to understand because diesel fuel is garbage. It doesn't cost as much to refine it, so therefore it's cheaper.
Mitsubishi Heavy, up and away to build planes again.
Yeah, remember the Zero in World War II? You know, I would basically think twice about letting a company that built fighter planes that, you know, get back into the airplane business again.
Obama blamed politicians and lobbyists for the economic crisis.
Yeah, Republican politicians and Republican lobbyists.
I think they forgot that there's a Democratic majority in the House and Senate.
They don't care.
I know, a Monty Bubbleism from the Mark Twain of the Animal Kingdom.
You can only have a democracy if you let the voters decide.
So if you'd like Not a Spring Chick or Oldecam to wear any of your t-shirts or clothes, please leave a comment and let us know.